All right. Power rankings a little later than normal because obviously things happening in Qatar right now that had my interest at first, but tough draw for the United States today against Wales, but they got a point out of it, so we're on to England. But I didn't forget about you guys. It is still Monday. It's still Power Ranking Monday, so week 6 is in the books now. Looking ahead to week 7. Well, some more really close matchups. There were three matchups this week that got decided by 4 or fewer points. So let's get into it. Okay, 12 Angle sucks next. 11 McConnell's marksman. That was he and Angle are the only ones at this point now that have 1 or fewer wins. Those are the only 2 teams right now, and close matchup against Steak Sauce, but not particularly high scoring. Just 124 to 120. So I dropped. I had him at 10 last week. I dropped him 1 spot to 11. 10. I think the wheels may have just fallen off Sofa King High. Didn't even get to triple digits this week. It was a walk in the park for me. I had him at 6 a couple of weeks ago. He was 2-1. He had just beaten Jordan, and he has lost 3 in a row since then. So I think right now, actually, he's the 11th highest scoring team in the league. So, but he does have that second win that Jeff does not have. So I'll have him at 10. Number 9. Cole World, the biggest win of the week. Knocked Super Soft Birthday Party out of the ranks of the unbeaten. Huge upset. 147 points this week. Tremendous performance out of him. Cole World, again, he normally does struggle to put up big numbers, but he certainly did it this week. He picked a good week to do it. So he handed Super Soft Birthday Party his first loss of the season, leaving just me as the lone remaining unbeaten team. 8. How about the Jake Shakes? 2-game heater. Starting to turn things around. I'll give him credit for that. Before this week, I probably would have told you that I thought Big Cat Rescue was the hottest team in the league. He was climbing the ranks very fast, and Jake Shakes took him down. Close 138 to 136 win. So Jake Shakes just one win away now from being 500. We'll have him there, and then 7. Is this the second week in a row or the third week in a row? I think just the second week in a row that I've kept Steak Sauce just where he is, right at 7. Again, I'm trying to get a read on him. Because he's very up and down. For whatever reason, every single one of his matchups comes down to the wire. I mentioned it a second ago. 124 to 120 over McConnell's marksman came down to Sunday. Nothing was decided until I guess he got a late win from one of his goalies. But every one of his matchups is within 5 points. So again, not a particularly high scoring week for him this week, but at least he got himself back up to 500 for the first time since, I think for the first time since he was 1-1. We'll keep Steak Sauce at 7, but if he can turn it around, I think he's someone that can become very dangerous. 6, lowest ranking of the season so far for your Mobs of Ho. Not a good showing at all. I mean, it didn't help that the guy he played, that I will talk about in just a second, put up 164 on him. But I mean, he only countered that with 117. So I think he's on a 2-game skid now, right? Wasn't he 3-1 and now he's 3-3? I may be wrong about that, but I had him number 2 each of the first 2 weeks, and since then his team has not really been the same. So your Mobs of Ho, lowest rank. Still clinging to that top half spot, but lowest ranking of the season so far for your Mobs of Ho. Number 5, talked about him just a second ago, Big Cat Rescue. I had him at 4 last week. That was his highest ranking of the season to that point. And I thought he was really going to turn turned scorching hot. And like I said, Jake Shakes beat him. Very, very close game, just a 2-point game. He had 136.1. Actually outscored me by a point. But tough loss for him. And I'm still not sure about the consistency of Big Cat Rescue. I need to see a little bit more consistency out of them on the big picture. Okay, 4. The Ice Dome is back. Where the hell was this the last 2 weeks? Holy shit! This was a total statement win. This is when I had Timmy's Ice Dome up at I had him at 2, I think, after the third ranking. Yeah, the third ranking. I had him at 2, right behind me. As a 2-1 team, I was like, this guy can really put up points. And he went on a 2-game losing streak as well. I thought I was surprised to see it. But so yeah, 2-1 because and then he fell to 2-3, and now he's back up to 3-3. A statement win, far and away the biggest point total this week from the Ice Dome. This is the Ice Dome that we've come to know and love. Yeah, so he's at 4, and then again the top 3 is going to stay the same, and here's why. Super Soft Birthday Party, despite the loss, this is now the second week in a row he's actually had a really good showing offensively. It's not really his fault that Cold World put up 147 to his 143. Nothing you could do about that. But my criticism of him was that when he was winning earlier in the season, he was doing it because nobody was scoring against it. His points against in the league was dead last. But now back-to-back weeks, he's actually showing that he can put up bigger numbers. So I'll keep him at 3 for the time being. 5-1, pretty good record. And the first probably 3 or 4 weeks of the season, he was somewhere in the neighborhood of 7th or 8th in the league in total points for. He's up to 5 now, so he's finally starting to put the biscuit in the basket. 2, Frank Gallagher, actually not a good showing, but strategically, if you're not going to have a good showing, you might as well do it against Engel. So that was a bye week for him pretty much. So only putting up 116. But win's a win, so he moves to 5-1, and because of the total points for tiebreaker, he now has first place in the North Division. And number 1, I mean, come on, 6-0. I'm not the highest scoring team right now, though. I think Ice Dome has. I looked at it a second ago. I think Ice Dome has 0.5 of a point more than I do right now. So Ice Dome actually right now is the highest scoring team. I'm 2nd, and then Gallagher's 3rd. But like I said, you want me off number 1? Come beat me. So big rivalry matchup this week. I'm taking on our commissioner, Your Mom's a Hoe. So that's a statement game for him. And Gallagher against Stexos. I'm curious what happens in that one. Jordan can bump himself way back up there if he can get this win. So so that's where I have everybody right now. Okay, 12 through 1. Number 12, Engel. Number 11, McConnell's Marksman. Number 10, Sofa King High. Number 9, Cold World. Number 8, Jake Shakes. Number 7, A1 Stexos. Number 6, Your Mom's a Hoe. Number 5, Big Cat Rescue. Number 4, Timmy's Ice Dome. Number 3, Super Soft Birthday Party. Number 2, Frank Gallagher. Number 1, Unfinished Business. Let's go, United States.